So practical, very practical strategies on what to do with those specific challenges. And we will spend maybe 15 minutes to half an hour on that, maximum. After that, we will do physical stuff to help us really clear. Because the thing that you notice is here is really all these things that have to do with emotions. I mean, we can keep on talking about emotions, nurture them and everything, but I have the feeling that the best way to clear those emotions is really to do something physical, to actually take action, and to keep on taking positive action in that direction. So the things that we did with the breathing, we can take that way further, way further, and practice that to actually clear our emotional bodies. The thing that strikes me as well is that there is nobody here who mentioned too much about the dating again challenge. It seems that you guys are successful with the dating, more or less. A little bit you mentioned.
I'm challenged with that.
You're challenged with that,
yeah.
Okay. It didn't seem to come up too much in other people, so that the one that came a lot had to do with emotional challenges related with guilt. It means that there are emotions happening in your body and in your mind that you are sponsoring. Nobody else is creating those emotions. It's like you are generating them, self-generating them inside of you. And the goal is to realize that what's happening in your mind is your territory. You are the person who has the greatest influence over what happens in your mind. The emotions that you have happening in you are your business. And the emotions are part of something which is larger. I call that a mindset. It's thoughts, emotions, feelings, impressions on the physical level. So it's a whole energy reality. The only reason why we have negative emotions happening in us, I think that context and the model that I use is really because our mind is not strong enough. It is really that simple. If we are at a level of power of 100%, negative emotions are gone. They are wiped out. We have enough boundaries and protections to let attacks bounce on the surface of the mind. So the way I look at it is, if I see something that I don't like inside myself, I will fight it. I will reason myself, or I will use energy techniques and get it out of my mind. So how does that look? I just go into nature and I just ha! 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 And I keep on doing that until I feel the clearing. When I feel anger, you were talking about anger, that's the same thing. It's that I actively build a channel to activate that energy and give it a place where it can be released. So in my experience, everything that has to do with emotional challenges, like guilt, we don't even need to talk about it. It's all caused by the same thing, and it can all be solved by practicing energy techniques. Who here has been doing energy freedom techniques, practicing tapping, and things like that? A little bit. So that's like, in my experience of what I believe is that this is the next big step in our human evolution. It is that right now we understand our physical body, we know a lot about anatomy, we know a lot about our brain and our thoughts and emotions, and in between there is this zone which is called the etheric body. So in esoteric terminology, you have the physical body, above that you have the electromagnetic body. It's etheric body, it's the meridians, it's the nadis for the Hindu system, and it's a zone, we don't know much about that. We don't have the tools to measure what's happening on that level. And that's the core. When we do the tapping, the emotional freedom technique, or you go to an acupuncturist and he puts some needles in your body, it's to clear that part. And when we breathe, when we go like, and you breathe, when you feel the activation after that, the activation that you feel is related with the clearing of the etheric body.